turning around? Again? Seriously? What in the name of Google Maps is going on? Okay, let's back up a bit. Last night I had set my sights on McGillivray Lookout. I didn't make it. I camped just below what I thought would be my high point. 2 promising attempts, marked as 1 and 2. The track, a little rougher than I'd planned, and daylight was running out, so no luck. Morning hit, and with it, a view of what I almost reached, just out of grasp. But the good news was, there was another way out, and it was glorious. It was a narrow, quiet track lit by the rising sun over my left shoulder, the valleys glowing to the west, pure backcountry adventure gold. The CB 500X, loaded with about 70 pounds of gear, soaked it up like it was meant for this. Couple of pro tips. Try reaching the lookout with less gear, or maybe don't lose time getting lost and have darkness creep up on you, or continue on try 1 a bit further before retreating. But this short escape section was a gem. Next, I linked onto the Yak River FSR, headed toward Baines Lake. Just me, the trees, the gravel, and the occasional deer giving me the side eye. Baines Lake was like a ghost town. A month ago, packed with boaters and campers. Now, just quiet as the dark clouds started to roll in. Out of Baines Lake, I ditched the yellow paved route and picked a blue gravel line. That was a solid call. It led me to the Bull River Falls, scenic and still, and then onto the peaceful back road into Fort Steele. That set the stage for my next target, Wildhorse FSR to White Swan Lake. On the GPS, it looked easy. What could go wrong? The solitude was unreal. Not a single soul in sight, except for maybe a few ghosts from years ago. October was doing its thing. The leaves were on fire, colors popping, crisp air, but those drop-offs, very real. A quiet reminder to keep things measured. Still, something kept pulling me north, slow and steady. Then the road got tighter. Creek crossings started stacking up, and then the bridge too far. Beyond it, the road morphed into a rocky, narrow ribbon of a trail. Steeper, sketchier. I pulled over, checked the GPS, 64 kilometers to go, and no clue how rough the rest of the trail would be. No tracks, no intel, just me trying to read the ground and reason with my limits. I'm not a hardcore enduro guy, but I always seem to find these spots. So I pushed on. Line choice became everything. Light on the bars, left, then right, then left again. Sit, stand, back to sit, stand again. The mental math kicked in. 64 kilometers at 15 kilometers an hour? Ooh, that's gonna be a long slog. It would ease up, and then it would punch back again. The climb that looks flat on camera, but felt like a battle in the bars. I thought, man, a CRF 450 would eat this up. Bigger wheels, more clearance, more suspension. But nope, I'm out here solo on the CB 500X, way out in the backcountry. Yeah, this is fun, but is it too much fun? So I turn around again. That's 5 turnarounds in 2 days. At this point, it seems like it's becoming a strategy. The retreat wasn't about the current terrain. It was about what might be ahead. Rain, washouts, getting stuck 30 more kilometers into no man's land. 2 big fails in 2 days? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Back home, I pulled up the satellite view. That rough stretch might top out at just 11 kilometers, maybe less. So maybe under an hour. Here are the images from both ends. It looks doable. And honestly, no regrets. It was an incredible ride, absolutely worth it. This area's got more to give. Next time, I'll camp closer, ditch the heavy load, and day trip that stretch. 2 failed missions, 2 new plans. That's adventure riding. You learn, you adapt, you try again. Thanks for riding along, and I hope to see you out there.